Today I'm going to be doing my first impression review of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have been wanting to try out this foundation ever since it came out when I was working at Sephora, but at the time the lightest shade they came out with was Porcelain, and I swatched it and it ended up being a little bit too yellow and a little bit too dark. And then they came out with an extended shade range and they included this shade Snow, which looks like it might be a pretty good match for me. So on the bottle it says it's undetectable medium to full coverage foundation and it's oil free. I'm going to start this off by priming half of my face. And to prime, I'm just going to be using the Makeup Forever Step 1 in Hydrating. I don't know why I'm doing this with my left hand. I'm not even lefty. And I'm priming half my face to see if there's any difference in the way the foundation applies and if it makes the foundation last longer as well. As I'm letting the primer sink in, I'm going to look up the foundation on Ulta's website. You can also look up on Sephora, I just choose Ulta. So this comes in the traditional 1 ounce size and it is $39. And it comes in 18 shades. So it says, Too Faced Born This Way Absolute Perfection Foundation is an oil-free foundation that masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin. Skin so naturally radiant, they'll think you were born this way. For coverage so undetectable, you can't see the makeup and you can't see imperfections. All that's left is naturally radiant skin. It says it is a medium to full undetectable coverage, oil-free, and coconut water helps delicately replenish skin's moisture levels without over-hydrating. It's also infused with resilient alpine rose to brighten the skin's appearance and promote elasticity. And it also has hyaluronic acid to provide long-lasting skin-balancing hydration for a smoother, more youthful appearance. I did not know that it had all that stuff in it, so I'm really excited to try this out now. So now that the primer has set in, I am going to dab this all along my face. And there's one pump. We're gonna see how much one pump can get you. So here's one pump dotted all over the face. Now I'm just going to use my IT Cosmetics Velvet Luxe foundation brush to blend it out. It is blending out really beautifully. I wouldn't say it's completely covering all of my redness. So I think I might apply another layer just to see if it can be built up all the way to full coverage. This is with the first layer applied. I can still see redness right in here, and my nose has some redness as well that you can kind of see. So I'm gonna do one more pump. I might not need the whole thing, but I mainly want to build it up on my cheeks and my nose. So I'd say a pump and a half is what I used fully. Normally I do have my hair pulled up, but it is still drying because I took a shower, so I have it down. Here's a close-up of 2 layers applied. It ended up covering the redness on my cheeks and my nose. So I would say 1 pump gave me about medium coverage and 1.5 was full. I will say it also looked like it was a better match for me with only using 1 pump. Using the 1.5, it kind of looks a little more yellow than I'd like. Just comparing it with my natural skin tone. I don't know, we'll see. So far I'm not seeing any difference between the primed side and the unprimed side. It went on pretty evenly on both sides. It does look a little bit patchy on my upper lip and a little bit on the cheeks as well. And just for the record, I did cleanse and exfoliate and moisturize before this. So my skin should probably be the best it's ever gonna be right now. So I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I will update you guys throughout the day to see how this Born This Way foundation is wearing. Hey there, so I just finished my makeup and I actually filmed this tutorial. I finished the foundation at 12:45, it is now 2:55, and so far it looks pretty good. After putting the setting powder on, I don't notice the caking up as much, where it was like caking up on my cheeks and on my nose. It actually looks better with the powder on top. It is settling into my forehead, which unfortunately this lighting kind of doesn't see, but I have that issue with every single foundation. It is still cakey right in here, but it hasn't gotten worse. So I'll come back in a few hours again to update you guys. So the time is now 12:31 a.m. So I've had this foundation on for almost a full 12 hours. The only spots that I do see that it did wear off on are on my nose right here, which this lighting is terrible, but if you can see right there is where it wore off. The spot right here where it was patchy in the beginning did not get any more increasingly patchy. It's just still a little patchy. I don't see a difference between the primed side and the unprimed side. They both still look pretty darn good. Also worn off a little bit on my forehead up here. Overall, it's not that bad. I think it's actually pretty decent. The only thing is that I don't think it's really undetectable coverage. I definitely look like I'm wearing makeup. And like I said previously, with the one pump on, it was a medium coverage. And I think that's the more undetectable part. But when I built it up to the fuller coverage, that's when you can really see that there is makeup on. I would give this like a 4 out of 5. It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like super ravingly great either. I'd say this is a decent foundation for you, especially if you have drier skin, because it does have that hyaluronic acid in it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.